obviously people talk about like China.
Unless you're following Trump, yes.
Whatever TikTok is supposed to be doing as a Chinese Communist Party, Meta is already doing.
I feel like America taking that right away from many American people is so unfair.
I don't think banning it will fix anything. It's kind of a lame answer, but I don't care.
TikTok also kind of rots your brain, so...
It kind of...
rots your brain.
I do think TikTok has, it shouldn't... Wait, hold on. I have got something in my head.
I do have that concern about where the information goes. And
yeah, absolutely.
with the Chinese government, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Do you mind
not sure where it goes.
China are freaking out about a possible US TikTok ban.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's all over the news, and the company that owns TikTok, ByteDance, are not too happy. Not only is ByteDance upset, but the Chinese Communist Party are not too keen on this possible ban either. And apparently, ByteDance has nothing to do with the Chinese Communist Party? Okay then. So, a US House bill aptly named the TikTok Bill has been passed recently, calling for TikTok owner ByteDance to cut all ties with the Chinese Communist Party and sell ownership to another company. If they don't do this, the app will be banned in the US. The Chinese government didn't like this and threatened to block any sale of ByteDance to another company. If ByteDance really has nothing to do with the Chinese government, then why does the Chinese government have any say in what ByteDance does? Anyway, one would expect a government that's kicking up such a big fuss about a possible TikTok ban to really oppose censorship. I mean, this government must surely be a beacon of light and a champion for internet freedom, right? Well, unfortunately, it's quite the opposite. The Chinese Communist Party loves censorship and bans every single website and app that they don't have control over. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube, you name it, it's banned in China. Freedom on the net in China is a joke. But do you know what's even more of a joke? TikTok, the app that China are so furious about a possible ban in the US, is actually banned in China. You can't use the American version of TikTok in China. They have their own tailor-made version of the same app called Douyin and is custom made to do the bidding of the CCP. Which really makes you think that if ByteDance are so willing to accommodate the Chinese Communist Party by specifically tailoring an app for them, then what are they doing to other versions of TikTok? Are they censoring things on behalf of the Chinese government? Are they purposely pushing Chinese government propaganda? What are they doing with the data that is collected on the app? All serious concerns, which made me think, should we be following America's example here in the UK and consider banning TikTok? I headed to TikTok's headquarters in London to find out.
Sorry, is this the TikTok headquarters?
Yes, how can I help?
Oh, no, I was just wondering. I'm doing a video about TikTok. Oh, okay. Can I go out there and film? Yeah.
Go inside, please.
Not in here? Yeah. Oh, okay. Sure. But from here is okay, yeah? Yeah. All right, guys, so this is apparently TikTok's UK headquarters. Wonder how much data they're harvesting on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party in here. Well, you never know, but I'm pretty sure that they are.
Okay, so that didn't go very well, did it? Oh well, f*** it. I'll just go to Chinatown instead and ask random strangers what they think.
Okay, so I'm just here to ask a very simple question. Recently in the USA, there's been talk of banning TikTok.
Yeah.
You know TikTok, the app?
do,
yeah.
yes.
So do you think that here in the UK we should follow suit and ban TikTok?
Well, I'm actually an American.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
no, I don't think so. I don't think it's actually gonna pass in the U.S. either. So, but I mean, yeah, it's just obviously people talk about like China. People talk about I mean, what's like the main talking point?
The main thing is that the Chinese Communist Party control TikTok. Therefore, all of the data that comes from TikTok goes to the Chinese Communist Party. There's a big issue with cybersecurity, that kind of thing.
I've seen that guy, the CEO of TikTok. Show it.
What was his name again?
Show.
That's right.
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He seems like a good guy. He seems like a stand-up businessman.
He's from Singapore, right?
Singapore.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't really see him putting people in jeopardy, but you never know with big business. So
yeah, sure. So you think that the law won't pass in the US?
I don't think it'll go through the Senate.
You think here in the UK probably shouldn't be following?
I don't think so.
Example.
No, I don't think so.
Unless you're following Trump, yes.
Right.
If you're not, TikTok's really cool. I mean, we're all on it, so you might as well stick with it. I mean, why not?
Yeah, so you don't fear the Chinese Communist Party are harvesting your data
listen,
and that
I'm
kind
from
of thing?
South Africa. They literally own the whole of the freaking country anyway.
You're in that BRICS alliance with them, aren't you? Yeah, I know.
They are. We're not.
Fair enough, man. Have a good day. Thanks, man. Take care.
What do you think?
Just give me your straight answer.
Personally,
she's a TikTok influencer. So I don't think that'd be good.
I'm not.
Oh, really?
I just have like a business that, but TikTok as a social media in general, it really helps with expanding, the engagement and everything. And so does he. He's a DJ, so he's like,
Are you on
putting his
TikTok?
stuff out there.
I am on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I have some personal stakes to lose if TikTok were to get banned.
That's understandable, but
it's 50-50.
do you think that the Chinese Communist Party could possibly be like, doing something a bit dodgy with your data?
Well, I think whatever TikTok is supposed to be doing as a Chinese Communist Party, Meta is already doing. So I think that's just a bit of fear-mongering, especially calling it the Chinese Communist Party, right? It's just an independent business that is from China.
Sure, but I mean, it is actually most businesses that are based in China, that are from China, are beholden to the Chinese Communist Party. And one fact, TikTok is actually banned in China.
Yeah, I was there. I saw.
Yeah.
I noticed my TikTok was banned when I was in China.
Because they have their own version called
their
Douyin, but it's not the same TikTok. So if you wanted to go over there and use your TikTok over there, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I do.
So why do they ban it if it's so great and they're so worried about us banning it? Is my point of view.
I'm not saying that it's great. It just it's there. It's there for us.
I just don't think that. I think it's just crazy to like point fingers at TikTok if Meta has been like in trouble for stealing data, right? Like if you want to like ban TikTok, then I think we should also ban like Facebook, Instagram, X.
Yeah.
I mean, if
we ban everything. Yeah.
If you want to, if you're in the business of either make crazy strict regulations so these companies really can't get away with it, or just scrap it all if you want to scrap it. But I think pointing fingers towards China is already kind of like starting a lot of other issues, and like it's a bit polarizing, right?
I don't really have an opinion on this, but I think
Yeah.
I actually don't have an opinion on it.
Just don't care if it's banned. Don't care if it's not banned. Is that what you mean, or you just have no opinion on the question at all?
I think people should. I mean, it's like free media, and like people should do whatever they want to do. I don't think banning it will fix anything, if that is what they're trying to fix.
Yeah.
It'll probably like make people want to create more stuff that is, I don't know the words for it.
What you mean is like when you censor something, it sort of like creates more of a demand for that thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a lame answer, but I don't care.
You really don't care?
No, not really.
So,
I don't use TikTok personally. I'm also Canadian, so.
Okay, so you're from Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't really use TikTok, but are you not even a little bit concerned that maybe the Chinese government could possibly be using TikTok to maybe take people's data and use it for nefarious purposes, that kind of thing?
I personally don't put much thought into it.
Oh, really? Okay, do you know anybody that uses TikTok or anything?
Sure, yeah, lots of people use it.
Yeah, so how do you think they would feel if it just got outright banned?
They would just do something else with their time, Like you can do it on Instagram or like
The same kind of content can be found other way.
Sure.
So I think something would just come up and replace it.
Well, I know a lot of people depend on TikTok for a living, so
Sure.
not sure. I personally don't use TikTok.
Okay, so you don't use it.
I don't use
What about
TikTok.
any of your friends?
They do use it. It's like a nice platform for finding places and interesting stuff to look around.
Sure.
But I guess, I don't know. TikTok also kind of rots your brain, so.
It kind of
rots your brain.
Yeah.
Because like you just keep doom scrolling for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
So I don't
do you
know.
do that on any other app?
No,
or are you quite chill?
I try to like keep myself away from reels and stuff because I'm not a big fan of just like scrolling.
Yeah, it's kind of like not the best thing to be preoccupying your time with, right?
No, simply because I feel as though TikTok gives like it basically has the right of like freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and I feel like America taking that right away from many American people is so unfair. And like the amount of advertising that goes on TikTok, like even companies like Boots advertise on TikTok. All the people that advertise on TikTok, that company platform has just gone away. I think it's going to damage like a lot of companies, people who are influencers, and I feel as though people aren't going to get as much popularity in their products anymore because their main form of advertising has completely gone. So I think the UK should definitely keep TikTok and not get rid of it.
Okay. Why, like, a lot of people make their money as well, so that'll be taking away a lot of jobs. Content creating is like a massive thing now.
Yeah.
So that'll be quite detrimental to a lot of people's like personal lives. It's very educational as well. Like I think it's
Really?
really like a lot of things that are going on in the world I know because of TikTok.
Are you not in the least bit concerned about the Chinese government having people's data and that kind of thing? Because that's why America are intending to ban it. Well, not intending to ban it, they're talking about banning it.
Yeah. Well, because even I saw the clip of the CEO of TikTok and he was talking to a senator, and the senator kept on asking him like, "Oh, are you Chinese? Are you part of the Communist Party?" And he's actually Singaporean. So it's like, really, I'm really not worried about it at all. And I feel as though any social media platform could have any of our information. So why is it only being centered on TikTok?
Go on.
I do think TikTok has like, it shouldn't. Wait, hold on. I have got something in my head.
It's okay, don't worry.
I think TikTok is too easy to get hold of for people who are younger. Some of the stuff I see on TikTok isn't appropriate for people who are younger. So like I see a lot of quite big topics on there that a lot of people really need to thoroughly understand. So
It's all lies, isn't it?
yeah, a lot of it's on there.
Yeah.
I think I've heard on TikTok that it's about like China getting the US's like information, but I'm not too sure if that's correct.
No, that's
Okay,
correct.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And would you worry about the Chinese government possibly having your data, that kind of thing?
I feel like our phones have enough of our data
I think that's
in
way
itself.
above my head. That.
No, I think our phone's already got everything. I mean, it listens to you at the end of the day. If I talk about Soho, it came up on my feed.
Oh,
so
really?
It's, yeah. So
wow. That's scary, isn't it?
it is scary, but it's life.
So you wouldn't be more concerned about a foreign government? I mean, it's bad enough possibly our government having all of this information, but a foreign government also that might have some kind of nefarious purposes, some evil sort of plan in their mind to have your data. Isn't that not worrying?
I think that can go for anyone, though. It could go for anyone here, anywhere.
Sure.
Anywhere. Literally, there's no point worrying because it's going to happen. Something's already going on that isn't right, so might as well just leave it.
So ban it or not? What's the final verdict?
It's up to someone, isn't it?
Okay.
I think it's up to yourself. If you want it gone, then don't download it.
Ban? I mean, I don't think anything needs to be banned unless there is serious like security threats by the expert. Otherwise, everybody should be able to access all social media freely.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree with that. But there is the concern about the Chinese Communist Party possibly having people's data. Do you think that's a valid concern?
Yeah, everything's possible. I mean, we don't have the intel, so I can't judge. But then if that's evaluated by the expert, by the government, and deemed fit, then by all means, yeah.
Yeah?
Ban
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
But
so-
I'm not against it.
Okay, awesome. Do you use TikTok?
No.
Okay, me
No.
neither.
Well, I do have that concern about where the information goes, and
Yeah, absolutely.
With the Chinese government, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Do you mind
Not sure where it goes.
Do you mind me asking where you're from?
I am from Hong Kong.
Oh, you're from Hong Kong?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. And are you just here in the UK visiting, or?
No, I've moved to Switzerland, and in the UK visiting their families here, and so we're here for Easter.
Excellent, excellent. You having a good time?
Yes, great. We love London.
All right, and you, of all the places, you came to Chinatown.
Yes, because I've now moved to Switzerland, so there is a good choice of options for restaurants, Chinese restaurants here.
Okay.
So a taste of home, but not
yeah.
needing to fly all the way back.
Would you say the food here is like more similar to Hong Kong then? Or?
I think compared to the last few years, I think maybe the best chefs from Hong Kong has came here.
Oh wow!
The food here is getting better and better and better than what the chefs are left behind in Hong Kong or the.
Yeah. Okay. So final verdict: TikTok, ban it or don't.
Ban it if there is a need, but I can't judge because I don't have the intel.
Sure.
But yeah,
all right, yeah.
Ban it if there is a need to.
Excellent answer. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time here in the UK.
You.
All right,
Thanks,
bye. I love Hong Kong, by the way. Thanks, bye. Awesome, awesome.
So as you can see, a lot of people that were interviewed today are against the banning of TikTok, and I tend to agree with them. Even though the Chinese government is a problem, and ByteDance is definitely beholden to the Chinese government, despite all of this, I still think that banning TikTok is not the solution. If we just outright ban TikTok, then that's no different to how the Chinese Communist Party behaves. We would essentially be emulating the behavior of an authoritarian country, and this is something that I seriously think that we should avoid doing. Also, a ban would definitely work in the favour of the Chinese government, and they could weaponize this to cause chaos in our countries. Unfortunately, TikTok is one of the most used apps worldwide, and instantly shutting it down would create a lot of upset former users. With or without TikTok, the CCP is here to stay. If TikTok goes, well, there'll just be another app made by the CCP to replace it. The CCP already uses YouTube, Twitter and Instagram to push its propaganda, so they're already here. What we need is a much smarter approach to dealing with the Chinese government than just outright banning everything that we don't like. I do think that the TikTok bill is a step in the right direction, because even if the bill doesn't pass or it just gets torn up and thrown away, it at least highlights that the Chinese government and ByteDance are one in the same thing, because the Chinese Communist Party got extremely upset when the whole bill was proposed. And it also shows us that we should all seriously be questioning the integrity of a company that lies and hides its connection with an authoritarian regime. We should be careful about what we download onto our phones, especially if that app is linked to the Chinese Communist Party. Thanks for watching today's video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and do all of that cool stuff. And if you want to show your support for the channel by giving a donation, you can do so by heading on over to my PayPal. You'll find a link on how to do that in the video's description. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next video.